Russell Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know what time it is, right? It's time for the daily check-in. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you guys so much for joining this. I do this daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today is Wednesday, so happy hump day to everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Today is Wednesday, July 30th, 2025. And I did say I did this daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? So yeah, I already said that, right? Why am I repeating myself? Anyway, let me make sure my comments are open. Feel free to make comments. I'm out of breath, right? I had to go upstairs. There was a radio on. I'm like, I can't have this radio on while I'm doing this. Get that, you can hear it in the background. So I had to run upstairs, turn off the radio, or tell the radio to turn off, close the door, and come back down here, and I had to run. So, I'm a little bit out of breath. So let me just make sure that I am on like I'm supposed to be on. Let me make sure the comments are there. Boom. Comments are there. So if you guys want to make comments in real time on LinkedIn, well, you can make comments in real time on LinkedIn, but I can't put them on the screen. But if you're on YouTube, if you follow me on YouTube or subscribe to my channel on YouTube, you not only get to do things in real time, but you can get what am I trying to say? You can get notifications when I go live. And I think that's, I was going to say, muy importante. I just came from Panama, so I'm like speaking Spanish, okay? So it is muy importante that you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. So that way you do get, notifications when I go live and all that kind of stuff. So do that, and you can make comments. Like right now, you can make comments in real time on YouTube. So feel free to do that at any time, because this is all about engagement. Any show that I do is 100% about engagement, and I encourage you to engage. Now, LinkedIn, you can make comments as well, but I have to wait until I'm done to go back and look at the comments and address those comments at that point, answer the questions or whatever. I can't do it in real time. It's just not possible, because LinkedIn doesn't allow you to do it with the platform that I use. So there you go, but that's okay, right? These things happen, so not much I can do. So let me just make sure, okay, my comments are there. There's something else I gotta do, right? Let me see. Are my glasses okay? I'm having issues with my glasses. They don't seem to, they like crooked, on one side, and I don't know. Anyway, every time I do a daily check-in or on air with Russell of Hotels, which is that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about, I always showcase a hotel or a destination or something inside a destination. Tonight or today is going to be like both of those things. It's going to be something that's inside of a destination as well as a hotel. So you're going to get a twofer. You're going to get a twofer today. So the hotel that I'm showcasing, if you saw my show yesterday on air with Russell of Hotels, that was show number 307. I showcased the Sofitel Legend in Panama City, Panama. So guess what? Today I'm gonna do the same one. In fact, the rest of this week, maybe into next week, I'm gonna be doing the Sofitel Legend Hotel in Panama, because I was just there. I just had that experience, so it's fresh in my mind, and I'm still amped up about it. Right? I'm just so excited about that hotel, and I want the world to know about it. Right? So did you know that? You may not know this. You may have done your research just like I did, but over 60% of the people that will watch a podcast, like say this show, let's just say the Daily Check-In with Russell of Hotels, 60% of the people will go and Google Sofitel Legend Hotel. They want to know what it is, right? They want to know what it's about, what it looks like, all that stuff, kind of touch and feely if they can. That's what they do. So the power of a podcast is unmatched by a lot of different things, right? I remember back in the day when I was on property, I was a director of sales and marketing and a general manager back in a previous life. And we would have killed for stuff like this. We would have killed for visibility, like, user-generated content, just similar to this, right? We would have killed for that. So we need to take advantage of those things. And I preach this stuff all the time. I talk about it all the time. I don't know who's listening, but I'm going to keep talking, because I think it's important that we utilize the tools that are out there for us. We have all these different platforms to do this social media content, on different platforms. You can do the same content. Like this is one piece of content that I'm doing, right? It's going to last about 15, 20 minutes, maybe even a little longer. That 15, 20 minutes It's gold because I can put it on multiple platforms. I don't just have to leave it here on LinkedIn and YouTube. I can put it on Facebook. I put it on TikTok. I can put it on IG, X. I mean, I just named 5 or 6 different platforms that I can put this one piece of content on so the whole world can see. So if you don't think there's value in that, I'm speaking to my hotels and CVBs and DMOs and all that, tourism boards. You don't think that's valuable? You're missing the boat. You're not even close to the boat. You're like running like aimlessly trying to find the boat. Like, where is the boat? Oh my God, where's the content creating boat that I could put on social media boat? If you don't understand what I'm saying, you're missing it. So once again, the Sofitel Legend, hotel in Panama. So what this is right here, I thought it was just so fascinating. I don't know why. It's the elevator, right? Elevator going up. I was on the 6th floor. I don't know why I didn't go all the way to the 6th. Maybe, I'm waiting. I'm on the bottom floor. I don't know. What am I doing? Why am I waiting for, did I get up on the 5th floor for some particular reason? Maybe I did. Okay. But I was on the 6th floor. I was in room 615. I'm telling you all my business, right? I'm not there anymore, so I guess I can say it. But beautiful view of the bay, of the downtown city corridor where the high sky rises or skyscrapers or whatever you call them. But it was just a beautiful, picturesque view from my room to the city center of Panama City. So it was great. So I just captured this because not every hotel has one of these, things on the elevator to tell you what floor the elevator is on, right? They don't have that. So I said, this is very unique. So let me just show this off, right? So once again, this is the Sofitel Legend Hotel in Panama City, Panama. Top 50 podcasts, top 50 influencers globally in hospitality. I just thought I'd throw that out there just in case you had not seen it before because everybody doesn't know, right? So you have to let people know. If you have received accolades or been noticed or receive some type of recognition, let people know because you may not have known. Just like the same if your hotel is now in Condé Nast magazine or whatever, ranked one of the top 10 hotels in the world. Wouldn't you let people know that? Yeah, it's the same kind of thing, right? So if a hotel is doing it, why can't my brand do it as well, right? So there you go. So it's not about the people that already know that. It's about the people that don't know anything about me. They don't know any of the accolades. So sometimes you got to pat yourself on the back and let the whole world know that you've accomplished something or you did something, whatever. So there you go. So I'm going to continue to do that. Let you guys know. And once again, here it is again, right? So the top 50 social media influencers in global hospitality for 2025. So just thought I'd let you know that again, just in case you did not know already. Ooh. And so this particular photo right here, I thought this was, and I've seen this before, but I don't see it in too many hotels, right? Or too many hotel elevators. Okay, just how that was unique. The the gauge that shows where the elevator is. You walk in the elevator and there's a mirror, but then there's there's a video in back of it. Like, so there's a screen in back of the mirror that's basically promoting things within the hotel. Like, this is the restaurant. You'll see videos of food or the servers or whatever, but it can be food and beverage based. It can be just things within the hotel that you may not have known of, or they want to promote it because they want, kind of that message to you, like to be ingrained in your mind when you go to your room, like, oh my God, I'm going downstairs to have dinner tonight in the restaurant, so whatever. So whatever the message is they're trying to get across, it's definitely working. So I thought that was unique. So you walk in and that video right there in the middle basically is showing, and I don't think it has sound, but it's just showing, different things within the hotel, the spa, the gym, the pool, the restaurant, of course, and the bar, things like that. So I thought it was very interesting because I don't see that all the time in hotels. I mean, I've seen it before, but it's probably been a while since I've seen that. So yeah, of course, I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to capture the essence of these hotels that I'm staying in. So once again, this is a Sofitel Legend Hotel in Panama. I was there from Thursday, and the trip was it was too short. We saw a lot, was able to do a lot of things. within a 3.5 day span. But let's just say I was there for 7 days. I mean, I would have had a little bit more time to relax. So this was not it was just a long weekend, basically. You know how sometimes we get these 4 day weekends. It was basically that, right? So Thursday, back on, actually got back Tuesday mornings, right? That was like 2:30 yesterday morning, right? After a late flight or, well, a layover and several delays, we finally got back to LA. So there you go. And these daily check-ins don't have to be that long, but today I'm gonna make it longer than it normally is. They normally go for about 15, 20 minutes. Today is going to be 25 to 30 because I want to show you something that I didn't get a chance to talk about yesterday on air with Russell of Hotels. That live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about. It's going to be a little bit more information about the destination or what I was able to see and kind of be educated on. And I'm going to let you know in a minute because I'm about to get there in a minute. So there's not going to be any topic today. But it's going to be some things I'm just going to show you and talk about. And just remember this weekend, Northstar Destination Southeast, August 3rd through the 5th. I'm going to be there. Excuse me. I'm going to be there. It's at the Palm Beach. It's in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. It's at the PGA National Resort. Never been there. Going to get a chance to experience that as well. I have between 25 and 50 appointments. I think my appointments, I did about 27. So hopefully I get those and they may add a couple more to them. I don't know, but I'm going to be like doing double duty when I'm there, right? And because number 4 right here says Russell of Hotels creating brand awareness through conversation, right? So I've been given the opportunity to speak to people and have a conversation about their brand, the brand they represent, the brand which is them, and it's a way to elevate your brand, right? To show that visibility. Because a lot of people don't want, or maybe they don't have opportunities, maybe they don't have time, maybe they don't even know how to go about it, right? I don't know. But this is going to be a whole production. It's going to be lights, camera, and action. Shout out to Bruce Jordan. He's the MJ of hotels, right? So he does his own thing, but he's also a producer of videos, and he's going to be there with me, right? We're going to be there together. We're going to have a booth, or we'll have some tables set up, and you'll see it, right? So if you're going to that event, the Northstar event this week, which is Destination Southeast, which is a Northstar event, August 3rd through the 5th, we're going to be doing that. So I think at least 10 or 11 people have signed up for it already. That's great, but we welcome more people that want to do it. If you're going to be there, you might as well do it, right? If you're a brand, if you're a hotel, you're a CVB person, or you're a meeting planner. I mean, it's all about your brand, right? Everyone wants to know, should let people know what you do, who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. Everyone should do that, right? So this is an opportunity to promote their visibility or be visible and promote their destination, their brand. And the brand all starts with them. A lot of people don't realize that the brand is them, right? Or they are the brand. You are the brand. Visibility opens the door. Consistency invites people in. Trust keeps them coming back. I'll say that again. Visibility opens the door. Consistency invites people in. Trust keeps them coming back. So it starts with visibility, though. Before you can get to all those other things, you have to be visible. People need to know who you are. They need to know your story. They need to be comfortable with you. And this is an opportunity for people to showcase who they are and tell a story. Because everyone has a story about how they got involved in this world of hospitality, what you do, where you started. A lot of people won't tell that story. A lot of people haven't told that story, and we want to hear it. So this is an opportunity for people to do that. So shout out again to Northstar, David Blanchfield, for allowing me or giving me the opportunity to do that. So it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. Of course, you're going to be seeing videos of it. So once again, that's this August 3rd through the 5th, Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, at the PGA National Resort. I got 27 appointments, just in case you wanted to know that. and I'm going to be creating brand awareness through conversation. A lot of people call these things, oh, you interviewed, Joe Smith. No, I didn't interview Joe Smith. Joe Smith and I had a conversation. That's what it's all about. It's about the conversation. So there you go. There you go. Boom. Once again, Sofitel Legend Hotel in Panama. I do a show called On Air with Russell of Hotels. I already been talking about it, but show number 308 will be next Tuesday. And it comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock PST. Okay. It's been that time since the beginning of time, right? That was when I first started doing this thing. So show number 308, I just finished 307 yesterday. So if you have not checked it out, feel free to go back here and do the replay. It's on LinkedIn, it's on YouTube. Okay, so feel free to check it out at any time because I don't take those things down. They don't get deleted. They're there forever. They're there for you to enjoy or to criticize. Okay, so whatever the case may be, they're going to be there. Okay, so you might as well just go take a look at it and see and get it out of your system. Okay, because it's going to be there. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. And once again, okay, so this photo does not give the view justice. I mean, you can see the water in the background, but I don't know I don't know what I did, but anyway, it doesn't show the depth of this photo. So you can actually see now. You picture in your mind, you're seeing tall buildings in the background, right, or across the ocean, right. So this is actually the view. This is the patio from my guest room, right. But then that wall is right there. But then you can see downtown Panama City. I mean, just a beautiful view of the bay as well as downtown, right? And at night, the view is even more spectacular because you get the twinkling lights and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of cool. But you can still see that this is a great place to office out of, right? So the Wi-Fi works out here, strong Wi-Fi, I might add. And I did my work from here. So I can just see myself, I can just picture myself just being here for like 7 days, officing out of this hotel. I don't have to go downstairs. I can just stay on my own private balcony and get my work done. I thought it was just spectacular. It was great. So great experience. So thank you, Sofitel Legend Hotel in Panama City, Panama. So, okay. So now we're going to get to what I was going to talk about today. So one reason I wanted to go to Panama, right? Not just to stay at the Sofitel Legend Hotel. I mean, although that was great and the experience was great, one of the things I always wanted to do when I eventually made it to Panama was to go to the Panama Canal Zone, right? And kind of understand the whole purpose or the significance of this world phenomenal. I mean, it's just basically something that, I mean, this thing was built in I want to say 1914, and just now technology and all those things are involved in it, but it wasn't technology that got this thing to where it is today, right? So technology has made it easy, I'm sure, but back in 1914, there was no technology, okay? There was just somebody's idea, and, of course, if there's a problem, you want to fix the problem, well, how do you go about fixing that problem? Well, they did it because ships are going all over the world. It took forever to do that. So they basically carved out an area through Panama, to do that. So, and it cuts off, I'm going to say 3 weeks time for a ship to get from one part of the world to the other part of the world. So it's like 3 weeks. It takes 3 weeks off of that. I'm like, that's crazy, right? So anyway, not to go into real detail over this thing, but okay, so you can see I'm like a teacher. I'm lecturing now. So the reason for the canal, right, was the cutoff time, right? But how do you do that? And I guess safely, right? So, and I'm not going to go through all the specifics of how it was carved out. Do your research. Google Panama Canal Zone. Okay, that'll tell you all the history of the Panama Canal, all that stuff. It'll tell you all that. But I want to tell you what I witnessed. Okay, so there's two oceans, right? There's the Pacific Ocean, which is over here. This is the Pacific, okay? And then over here is the Caribbean, which is another ocean or body of water, right? The Caribbean, is it called the Caribbean Sea? Whatever it is. The Caribbean, okay? Pirates of the Caribbean? The Caribbean, okay, is over here. Well, and then what they did was carved out this lake, okay? So you can see it's elevated over here. It's over here. It's elevated here. So the ship starts down here, comes up here, which is 26 meters above sea level. And then it has to come down to the Caribbean part, which is 26 meters below there, right? This is below this, okay? So it's, the same as what the Pacific Ocean is. You have to go up, so it starts low, goes up, and then comes down, okay? Well, how does that happen? You've heard of, the Panama Canal locks. Okay, there's 3 locks, and then basically, like, the lock starts over here. So this is 1 lock, then it goes up here, that's 2, and then down over here, it would be 3. But the ship is elevating to get up there, okay? So it elevates up and then goes across the lake, which is fresh water, then it comes back down, and then it goes in the Caribbean, which is salt water again, right? So it starts in salt, goes in the fresh, and then and starts and ascends back into the seawater, and then it goes. The entire process takes like 10 hours, okay? But we were able to witness part of it, okay? So the part of it that we witnessed, I'm going to show you. So basically, there's like 2 videos, okay? So you see this, like this map kind of explains what's going to happen. Well, I have 2 videos, and only thing you need to do is understand is the height of the ship, okay, and the people that are watching. They're at eye level, okay? So once you see this video, you're gonna be like, okay, I see a ship, okay. You're gonna see it, boom. Okay, so you see the ship, okay? You can see the name of the ship, which is Alexandria. I'm gonna get a close up on it. You see the red at the bottom of the ship, right? So that's the bottom of the ship, right? So watch what happens. I think you can see a little bit of it. Basically, it's going down, right? So this is ascending so it can go to the Caribbean part, right? It's already gone through the Pacific side and up to the lake. Now it's coming down, okay? So watch this. So if you can see, let's see, can I move my head? And I was just focusing on there's numbers right there, I guess in meters or whatever, but watch as the red kind of starts to go down. Just watch that. You're gonna see it. This is all in real time. It's not like, fast forward or anything like that. I'm not that technically savvy, right? So you can see the people right there, right? The people are looking over. So I'm at eye level. I'm at level, right, with everyone else, right? So we're all watching this. But you can see the people there, they're looking over the ship. You can see that, right? Okay, so see the people right there? You see people there, they're just taking photos, and they can only see Alexandria. Now check this out. Boom, that's the same ship. You don't see the red, you don't see Alexandria. This is the top of the ship. This is where those people are. You can see people standing, on the top right there. You see those people right there? So it's gone down 26 meters, and it's ready to make its way to the Caribbean Ocean and then go wherever it needs to go. Now, this was a tanker ship, meaning it had crude oil that I'm not sure if it was, I think it's empty at this point. I think it, goes one way and then comes back, right? So it's empty at this point, but it doesn't matter. It's still the same process. Empty or full, it's the same process. But now you can see, I never seen what a tanker looked like on the top of it, because you only see the ship, right? You see the ship go by. You don't see you may see somebody dangling over the side and kind of waving or whatever, but you can actually see what they see. So there's places to sit. You can see the ports where they pour the oil, the crude oil in. You can see their quarters right there. You can see all kind of stuff that you couldn't see before. So let me just back up a little bit. One more, just so you can see. That's before. And that's after, right? You see the side of the ship. You can see you can't see anybody at that point. Or you see that one person right there. He's looking over, right? You go over here. Boom. That's the top of the ship. And there's something, man, I thought that was just amazing. Some people are out there like, you could give us, you're wasting our time talking about this. It's a great, if you're ever in Panama, this is the place to go see. There's an IMAX theater there. They give you the history. I think it's like 40. The video is about 45 minutes or so, narrated by none other than Morgan Freeman. Okay, hey, and it's in English. You got the subtitles, but it's in English, right? So, but I just thought it was the most amazing thing. It made my trip. Well, my trip was worth it already to go, but that was like the cherry on top, if you will, the icing and the cherry on top, just to see that, to see the history, or hear the history, read the history, or have it narrated through Morgan Freeman about the history of, how it started back in 1914, how it's constructed, and even how they redid another side of it, because I want to say that was in 2014 or 2017. Well, there's two sides of it now, because ships have gotten bigger. Ships have evolved into bigger things. Like instead of like maybe 500 containers on the ship, now they're up to like 15,000. Well, those ships are a lot larger, so they had to construct another part of the canal zone to accommodate the bigger ships. So they did that as well. So man, it's just one of those things that you need to see and understand. Like what is this all about? It's all about trade, right? Trade with different countries and all that stuff. So anyway, that is the Panama Canal Zone. That's my history lesson for today. So it's all about the destination, right? It's all about the destination, but you're always going to need a hotel to stay in. So once we got to see the Panama Canal and all the things that came along with it, I needed a place to come and hang out, eat, drink, use Wi-Fi, and just be merry and relax. The Sofitel Legend Hotel in Panama. Okay, so boom, there you go. So that is it. That's it. That's my daily check-in for today, right? So hopefully it was kind of informative and educational for you. So any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me, russell@russellofhotels.com. That is my email. My website is russellofhotels.com. All my information is there, how I started, why I do what I do, what I actually do, all this stuff is there. You can't expect results if you're hiding. Visibility is not luck, it's strategy, okay? It's strategy that I do this particular daily check-in. It's strategy that I do on air with Russell of Hotels. It's strategy that I do something 5 days a week. What is the strategy? Well, I want people to know who I am, what I do, and how I can help them, right? That's what it's all about. So for like hotels and destinations, you can come on, talk about your brand. It's all about brand visibility. The same thing I'm going to be doing at, the Connect Conference, Destination Southeast. The same things, elevating your brand. I elevate my brand 5 days a week, right? And if someone wants to come along with me, come on, let's do it. So let's just make sure that we are being visible as salespeople, especially. And there's no reason for us not to be visible. There's no reason for people not to know who we are, or we should at least put our information out there. Moving forward, let's put our information out there, let people know this is me. This is me as the brand that you would buy from, but I represent this brand, right? That's a hotel. Let's just say it's the Sofitel Legend Hotel in Panama, right? So there has to be somebody that they buy from. People don't just buy the hotel because the hotel is not a person, right? It's a place, it's a thing. So yeah, we want to go there, but there's someone that's because there's other hotels in Panama, right? So what separates one hotel from another? And this is anywhere in the world. What separates one hotel from another? It's the people. It's the person that you're dealing with, the people that's selling you on it, the person that's presenting this hotel to you. That's what makes the difference. And it's all about visibility. We know how social media can encourage or entice people to do certain things, right? To either buy this product, stay at this hotel, vote for me, whatever the heck it is, it's a way to do that. And if you do it enough, people will be like, oh my God, that's Russell of Hotels. Yeah, what did he talk about today? Sofitel Legend Hotel. Well, let me look that up. Let me Google that hotel, because I know 60% of the people that see this will look it up. Also, they'll look up Russell of Hotels, right? 60% of the people are going to look at russellofhotels.com, and they're going to look at Sofitel Legend Hotel in Panama. It's just a fact. That's not something that I just pulled out of, air. I was going to say something else. But yeah, it's not something I just pulled out of air. It's a fact that 60% of the people are going to Google whatever you're talking about, especially if it's there written somewhere. If I had a logo there, they'd be looking at that as well. So I just happen to have Sofitel Legend Hotel, Panama. They're just going to look up Google Sofitel Legend Hotel, Panama. Boom, it's going to pop up. They're going to go to the website. Oh my God, that is a cool place to go. He is right. The pool is amazing. You know what I mean? The food does look fantastic. It looks delish. They're going to say all that stuff, right? So, or maybe they're going to go to the Panama Canal. They're going to look it up, the history of Panama Canal. Russell is right. There's locks, and they elevate or they descend the ships as they're going through. That's it. That's what I learned, right? So I learned that over, the last couple of days. So there you go. That is it. I appreciate you guys tuning in for a couple minutes. Any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. All my information is there as always. I can be reached 24/7. I'm as accessible as anyone else out there. So anyway, that is it. You guys have a great day. And remember, we'll do this again tomorrow because when do I do the daily check-in? Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I have 2 more days this week to do it. And then on Tuesdays, that's devoted to On Air with Russell of Hotels, which is that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about. Also on Friday, I almost forgot about this. I'm going to have a guest on the Daily Check-In, Miss Stacia Harvey. She's in Atlanta. She has this new conference coming out in September. It's called Bridging the Gap. It's a Firestone Chat. This is the name of it. I didn't make this up. I'm not trying to make it rhyme. Bridging the Gap during this Fireside Chat. That's the name of it, okay? Go to astuthospitalitypartners.com. All the information is there. But I'm going to have her on the show. She's going to explain a lot of things, what Astute Hospitality Partners is, what's Bridging the Gap, the Fireside Chat. What is that all about? Whose brainchild was that? I'm pretty sure it was hers, right? So we're going to have her come on. She's been a guest on the show before. She's a HR, a human resource professional with hotels in the Atlanta area. So she's been on the show before where she talked about, did she choose hospitality or did hospitality choose her? I mean, we're going to go through a lot of things with her because she hadn't been on the show probably in a couple of years now. So it's time for her to come back on and talk about Astute Hospitality Partners and what she's working on now and Bridging the Gap, the Fireside Chat. So we're going to talk about that on Friday at 9 a.m. Okay, yeah, that's early for me, right? But hey, it's all about you. It ain't about me. It's about, if you want to do something, you want to be a guest on the show, well, I'll make it work, right? However I need to do, I will make the time work because it's not about me. It's about you. So there you go. So there'll be more to talk about that. I'll talk about it again tomorrow as well. So there you go. AstuteHospitalityPartners.com. And Astute is ASTUTE, hospitalitypartners.com. So look at, the 60% of people, look that up as well, okay? There you go. Anyway, that is it. Have a great day. And I'm just at 33 minutes, so I think I'm good. Let's have a great day, great Wednesday, hump day, and we'll see you tomorrow on Thursday. And as always, peace.